My friends, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, in the gallery room on the front of the house where there's a little bit of natural daylight, and we're going to do an exhibition video, and this is my trial run, and maybe I'll be able to make some videos inside. This is a recent beautiful ghost swipe. It's a gallery wrapped. This is another version of a swipe. I'm going to try and keep them pretty close to where they're at so you can see them. There's about 90 paintings. These are all recent. Here's another one. I love, love, love the folk art color shifting metallics. There's some blue in there. I don't know if you can see all of that. But there's some blue in there from Modern Masters, I believe it's called. And pink. And turquoise, a color shift from folk art. This was supposed to be a swipe, and it turned out to be a starburst. I'm going to have to probably... I might zoom in. This was a chain pulled flower and leaf on top of some leftover paint that got chain pulled. And this is tremendously beautiful. I got something to file down, I think. I got a little interesting bubble mark there. Otherwise, let me get up there one more time and check and see if you can see everything. If you're interested in a painting, please keep an eye on the time, because then I can identify which painting it is. This is a swipe that's probably not been aired yet. This has some magenta and some color shifting blues and purples. This is a recent swipe. Somebody said it was really dark, but it's actually really not. It's just gives me the impression of animal prints. And this dried, I was going to change this, and this dried beautifully. And it has a lot of depth to it, strangely enough. So I'm going to try and move those out of the way. And I'm going to show you really, oh, there's a couple more things here. I'm going to show you really quickly the prizes in this month's, let me get these out of the way too, in this month's drawing. I'm basically picking paintings that are somewhat possible to send without them costing me a fortune in, there we go, in shipping. Because times are hard, and donations are the thing that keeps me painting. So just, if you guys need to know that, just know anybody who's made a donation, it's a $10 donation minimum, but you really, really help me out. So this was an inversion pour. I don't want to zoom right in on that. That's a beautiful painting. It's very, very sort of cloudy, fluffy. And this is Escape. I really love this Escape, actually. But it's going to be interesting to paint indoors if I have a chance, because that means no more bugs or people mowing the lawn or grass in my paintings. And this is a geometric. And so those are the 4 paintings whoever's name gets drawn has the choice of to keep. I'm going to put those aside, and I'm going to try and hop. I'm going to be doing Stairmaster on my little stool, trying to get up and down. This is the dry waterfall. I could probably push that right forward. Pardon me if I have some shadows on things. This is my first try. Hopefully we got auto zoom in place. Oh, I'm going to throw this. This is the 5th. This will be the 5th painting. There's a lot of color shifting greens and yellows in there. So I'm going to put that in that pile too. And then I'm going to bring my little 8x10, usually leftover paint at the end of the day. And try and get them in a good position so you can see them fairly well. Remember to keep an eye on the time. I love this series. I really, really do. I'm very pleased that this is what happens when I throw leftover paint with some other paint on the end of a day. These are kind of fresh. This was today's video, but I'll be posting this afternoon. You guys haven't seen this one yet. I think I kind of like it that way better. Yeah, there's foreign matter in some of my paintings from the yards, from the mows. That was a bloom recipe, and that is, what size are these? These are 12x16s. This was an experiment that I haven't posted yet. I think I need to put the little cars on here for the Ferris wheel. That would probably be a good idea. I'm going to have to hop up there again and see but you guys can see consistently. Make sure everything's in the picture. Everything is not in the picture. There we go. That's a really cool little scape. That was recent. This is a bloom technique, and even though there's a lot of white negative space in there, I love that painting. So maybe you'll have to turn your tablet sideways to see some of these, so I don't have to keep jumping up and down. I got great shimmer in these. Hopefully you can see some of that. Here is one of the tilted landscapes. Lots of shimmer in there too. And a few pieces of interesting texture from the neighbors. Here is it's not exactly a redo, but it's a multi-stage, which means I took a painting that I wasn't totally enamored with and I threw my zebra stripes in there, and I love these. I totally love these. And hopefully I can remember exact placement. That's just really simple, and that could have something else in there at some point in time. Or nothing in there. I kind of like it just the way it is. I could just stare off into space and dream about things in there. This is the one with the skins for the trees. And these are all, are they 12 by 16s? I believe. No, these are all 12 by 16s. The next ones are the 9 by 12s. And let me grab one of those. This was a very popular video, bloom technique. Keep your eye on the time, don't forget. This is my April Fool's video coming up shortly, where the top of the bottle was not attached to the bottle. And looks like there's something in there I want out. Something that's foreign matter, that's still soft, because I just made this yesterday. I can get away with that. I may even add a little gold to that spot and fix it. This was the dribbles off my edge catcher, and then I added trees. This is a double process. I did a whole video on the background, and then I did the foreground, which is, I just love that painting to do. Here is a swipe with wonderful colors in there. Looks like I got stuff in everything. Okay, that's not making me happy. I'll be ironing that out. But par for the course until I come inside. This is got great shimmer and color shifts in it. And hopefully you can still see most of those. This was a do-over. That's a swipe. I love that. I love, love, love that. This is a painting that had a bloom on top of a recycled, on top of a redo. And I'm not sure what's going to happen to this. I loved it when I did it and it was wet, but I'm not as in love with it now as I was then. So this was end of day leftovers, and I did an inversion pour into black. And I don't know if you can tell how cool that is, but it's very, very dark and very moody and very cool and very dimensional. This was my favorite swipe from, I think it was yesterday, so it really hasn't come up yet. They definitely were mowing the lawns. Okay, I'm not happy about that, but that's okay. I can fix most of that. Or I can try anyway. So let's hope that you can still see all of these. Keep your eye on the time. That's the first one I tried with the layover, or maybe the second. I can't remember. These are 14 by 14s. Some of these videos haven't aired yet. Let me make sure you can see everything before I take them all away. So I really like the colors in there. It doesn't have the most shimmer, but it's got a lot of interest. And I didn't think I was going to like it, and I really do. That was a bloom technique. Great lacing in here. That was a bloom technique and then a bloom technique on top of it. Or it was, yeah, I think that's exactly right. That was a two-stage video process. I love this. It's got color shifts. I'm going to whip through these because I don't think I have a ton of time. I'm trying to show you the shimmer. And we have some fairly decent daylight, but it's getting late in the afternoon. There's I call those saw blade suns when I do that. I love that. Great sky. This is fantastic too. Great colors. This was the tri-tip black paint. Tri-tip squeeze bottle with the black paint and the basting brush and the skewer. I love this. This is not to everybody's taste, but this is definitely my taste. This is abstract expressionism for me. That's the best part of it. This is awesome. I just took the painting that I wasn't super happy with that was supposed to be a great swipe, and when it still seemed too dark to me the next day, I did the black and white zebra over pour, and I love the result. Sorry, I've been working really hard today and I'm a little winded. This is a pour over. I think it's more like a two-stage process because I liked what was behind, but it didn't have enough dimension, and now it's got enough dimension. And that is part of a three-stage video that you guys have not seen yet, but you'll see soon enough if I decide to let it go. I finally gave up on an orb and just went ahead and swiped it out. So now I'm going to show you another do-over and hope to get some of these paintings out of the way. And not damage anything. Oh, and I've got quite a stack too. There's maybe a couple things in here I'm not 100% on, but most of them I'm pretty happy with. I'm happy that the light isn't in the way. Some of them you may even have seen before. Okay, so that's a two-stage process. This was a painting from like a year ago that I redid. Oh, you know what? I need to get these out of my way. I'm going to have to sort them because some of them are without hardware still, but if you were interested in purchasing a painting and you use my email address underneath the video, anything that doesn't have hardware can get hardware on it pretty quickly. You know what? I need to make sure that you saw that, because if you don't see that, there's no point in doing this. Oh, that's great. It's like right in focus and stuff. Good colors too. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. This was the zigzags that went through four videos and then became this, and I'm in love with this. I just made a business card with this, and it's got great texture over texture, and that just adds to the whole effect of it. It's fantastic. Here's black and gold, and I'm not sure if this was something that was hanging out for a while from from 2019 and just happened to accidentally get in this pile. So here's a wonderful swipe. Big curvy swipes are my favorites. This was one with a lot of, it has a lot of depth as well as shimmer and color shifts. This was definitely an experiment, but I still love it. And it was over a canvas donated from a friend's collection who's no longer doing painting. She's moved on to cloisonne. And I really appreciate you, Kimberly. Thank you very much. This has tons of texture and color shift and all kinds of cool stuff about it. Love that. We might actually get through these. I'm not sure. This one might get the zebra treatment. I mean, I really like it, but it lacks depth. It might be on sale if you're interested too. This was leftover paints, and this is a really abstract expressionist type of composition, and there are some color shifts in there, and it's kind of subtle, and it's what I like, and it's the way I would be painting, some of the way I would be painting if I were not pouring. This is really cool. This is like, I think that this was the leftovers. The gray background is the leftovers from savings from doing blooms. This is gorgeous. I don't think I could ever bring myself to add more to it, but I'm not sure it's finished either. I really do like it, but I don't want to make the mistake of losing what I've got, which is really nice. This I'm never sure of. A lot of people like this. I kind of want to do something to it, but I'm not sure what. Maybe add some shadows in the reeds. I don't know. This is awesome, totally awesome, and will remain so. And if it doesn't sell anytime soon, it won't bother me. It looks like I poured it with bloom paints, and we got some fissures in there, but they went down to black, so they just basically add to the design beautifully. They're great. That was, I think this is the painting that was the day it rained really hard on me and threatened to, yes, OCD. Don't like stuff in my paintings, but there's quite a bit of texture throughout. I don't know, I think you might have seen that already. So forgive me if you're seeing something for the second time. Let me get that out of here and put another stack in. This is cool. This was definitely done with the enamel. You can see all the cloud effect from the cells. White enamel, probably semi-gloss. This is great. This is really, really cool to look at in person because there's a lot of dimension that you don't see just from one angle. This is a video that may not have aired yet, but it's probably coming up soon. It's got great color shifts in there. That's a video that's coming very soon. This was a simple, don't mind the dog hair. Here was, I think, yesterday's video. This is coming up. I love this. If this never sells, I'm keeping it. Well, obviously, duh. This one is sort of a standalone, kind of different thing on its own, and it has merit that I appreciate it. I just like it. Just like it is. It's not as, I don't know what to say about this. It's not as complicated as some, and I like the grays in the background because I don't usually use the grays. That's my 3-minute warning. This is 4 videos, 3 of which I can't find. It's so old, and the most recent one is waiting for those before I post a video. And I used just golden fluid black in a needle tip to outline some things, and a few squeeze bottles. And this is a gallery wrapped. That's got a lot of shimmer. That's a tremendous piece. I love the fact that I went back gallery wrapped 2-inch sides, or virtually. And I'm going to grab this other stack and hope that we can make it through. There is a bloom technique that's definitely used some house paint. The red was a semi-gloss house paint. This is a video that's coming up. I think my stack is going to overshadow me. That's a very cool piece. Color shifts are awesome. I love that color shifting purple. This is also a fantastic piece. I really don't want to sell that, but I would. This is a new video, all basing brush. After I wasn't super pleased with the original state of things, I did that and I really like the effect of it. This is just beautiful, but then I love purple anyway. This is probably a video coming up. It may have already aired. I can't keep them all straight. This was a favorite from last month, and I can't remember if I showed it to you guys or not. I probably did. And these may all be from last month, I think. I grabbed them out of the stack that was about to get wired. I love the featheriness of the white as it bled into the black. This is complex. This is really neat though. It's got a lot of layers to it. I like it. That might be from last month. I got 1 minute left to tell you guys. If you watch my videos longer, you give my channel a chance because I get better placement on YouTube. And here are my last 2. This is a video coming up. Well, there's last 3. And this is a swipe well worth seeing with great magentas and stuff in it. In any case, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a nice comment, and know all of your donations have helped keep me painting. And if you decide you'd like to help support the studio, remember what the prizes look like. Do that one more time. Hopefully you can see that, and I should try that. Oh, get right up there. Oh, there we go. You can see that. So that's the flowers. That's the 4th of July. That's got old mica. It's shimmery. There's the geometric. There's the landscape. And there's the inversion pour, which would go either way. And I think It's hung either way. So I love you guys. There's I'm a few away from 86,000, but I actually got there. Yay!